Today I'm heading to work. I've got 2 management meetings. Such a big backyard that. In case you don't know, I'm moving from here in December. I bought a place in Geelong, so I'm going to move back to Geelong. Pretty much since I've been in Melbourne, I moved here for a fresh change. You know, I moved the marital home, I rented that out just for a fresh change, and 3 days later I've been in lockdown. So I've been here for 5 months in lockdown in this concrete cell. So, you know, a lot of stuff happening in my life at the moment. My dad's just waiting for my dad to pass away. But today I'm going to ride my motorbike to work, across the police border, go to work. I'm actually going to drop it into Geelong Harley Davidson. It's due for its 1,600 kilometre service, and we're going to talk about what that means and what they do. I've become super healthy and I'm dropping weight like no tomorrow. I've actually deleted sugar from my diet again. I got back up to 82 kilos. And I'm back down to 79, but I'm going to try and get to about 77. I met a guy that watches the vlog yesterday, and he couldn't believe how small I was. If you don't know, I'm only 5'6", so I can lift. You don't have to be a big guy to lift up a Harley Davidson. So I don't care what anyone says, no matter what flavour it is, no matter how good they reckon it is. All protein shakes taste like shit. Oh, just beautiful, mate. I'm getting checked. Such a pain in the ass this is. It's just in my opinion, totally unnecessary. Where are you like this morning? Going to work. Is your driver's license and the permit, please? This is a very nice bike you've got here. Thanks. What a beat. It's a brand new 2020 CVO Harley Davidson. Wow. It's the top of the line. It looks gorgeous.
I was going to say, it looks very comfortable to just like cruising around.
Well, it's the only luxury I have is to actually ride it to work. Have a good day. Thanks, cheers. So check this out, it's a 1600k service ride. Guess how many Ks the bike's done? The king is here.
I've been here for about half an hour.
No one's talking to you, Dave.
Oh, shut up. Don't make me come over there and slap you.
Excuse me?
I said they like you even less.
I'm a customer and I should be treated with respect.
There you are. You're an idiot.
Excuse me?
You heard. Take your helmet off. You'll be able to hear better.
You know what I'm hearing? I'm hearing a parrot. You still going?
You heard that, didn't you?
Family, you know. Can't live with them, can't fucking kill them. How are you, Colleen?
Oh, I forgot that you were coming. I opened up early for you and you didn't turn up.
Well, the weather yesterday was going to say, I looked at the weather and it said torrential rain And then I got up this morning and it was all sunny. And when you wake up, Colin, is it like sunny for you when you wake up? You a happy waker-upper?
Yep.
Eh?
I was. I jumped out of bed this morning, looked out the window and thought, oh, another great day in paradise. And then I remembered you were coming. Just a cloud descended upon me.
Did you hear the new rumour?
No.
I'm the new general manager. I'm picking my CV up today. Listen, just know that I've been caught in, I've ridden it on wet roads, so there's obviously a bit of splattering. You don't need to clean it if you don't want to. I don't give a shit.
Have a look at this thing.
What?
Look at the condition of that.
Oh, Jesus.
Yours is nothing compared to. You can see where I've done up to.
Oh, so you've done this, Dave. Yeah. So look at this. That's
I know,
so Dave's the detailer here, right? So this is how the bikes come in, and then Dave started to detail. So you've obviously done this.
Yeah, I usually start up here and work my way down to the tank, and then lift the bench up and deal with the rest.
Morning, Stevie.
What's going on, Danny?
How are you?
Yeah, right. Yourself?
Hey, one dyno mechanic to another.
Yeah.
Do you know what all this shit in here does?
Sometimes.
Yep.
Only when I'm getting paid.
And this turbocharger,
Yeah.
how come that's not on a bike?
Because we use that to direct the air straight into the intake, as you can see how it's aimed.
Is
So it
that
doesn't
actually a
need
turbocharger?
No, it's a cooling fan.
A cooling fan, okay.
Yeah, keep the engines cool.
Oh, so that pumps it in there. So this is inside a dyno. So some good news is I'm dropping my bike off for the 1600k service. Cole's just going to tell me what they're going to do in the 1600k service. But I'm test riding this bike. Is this one of the fastest bikes Harley Geelong's ever produced, Cole?
Yep, yeah.
It's up there, so it's up there, not the fastest, but one of the fastest. The unique thing about, oh, look at this thing. The unique thing about this bike, it's a bit of an oddball, but it's got actually, they're like race tyres on it, aren't they?
Well, it was set up for track work.
So it's set up, it's a track bike. It's a Harley track bike.
Well,
What,
yeah.
what, am I being too dramatic with that?
no, it's just not a Harley track bike. It's a Geelong Harley bike that we built
Yep.
for track days.
Yep.
But it's
Well, I need to
fast.
when I need to wear like a special full piece leather suit.
we've got one at the back you can put on. It's got airbags in it. So if you come off, the airbags inflate.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's hanging on the wall.
I'm not going to wear that.
Well, you're going to have to, mate. It's part of the deal.
Well, I won't be driving it then.
Oh, good. Leave the fucking thing there, won't you?
Hey, I'm going to call this bike Batman. What do you reckon?
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
It's sort of pretty cool. It's an actual, the front end is just massive. It's just a massive looking, isn't the front end massive, Col, on it? Just all the fairing.
Well, this is the latest trend in America. They're all on them over there, but we haven't. This is probably the first I've seen in Australia built like this. But
Is that a full custom fairing?
yeah, it's not a Harley. It's a custom.
It's a hand built.
Yeah, by somebody.
Hey?
Everything's hand built by somebody,
Yeah,
but it's not a Harley product.
yeah, right. I'm excited to ride this. So no one's, has anyone ever ridden this bike before?
No, not yet.
So no one's ridden this bike before. I'm the first. Is that serious, Cole?
I don't think it's been out on the road.
How many Ks has it got on it?
Did it all on the dyno.
So all the works. So this is not.
48.
So it's done 140. This must have been on the road.
No, it isn't.
No, it's mostly dyno.
So they're saying this bike has never been ridden on the road, and I'm the first person because I'm Harley stunt rider for globally. That's my new role. So I'm going to be riding this thing. Never been ridden on the road. I'm the first person to ride it. It's got a 131 crate motor.
No, we built this in house.
So it's an in-house built motor.
Yeah, talk to Webby about all of what he put in it.
With a crate motor, does that just mean it came out of a crate? Well, I thought it was a legitimate question. So Webby, what's your role here?
Service manager.
So one service manager, another service manager. I'm going to take the, I'm going to call it Batman. It's got the motor's a 131
Yes.
cubic inch.
Yes.
And just briefly, don't make it too complex because a lot of the viewers won't understand. I mean, me and you'd understand what we're talking about when we get into the nuts and bolts of it all, but we just want to dumb it down for the people. So 30 seconds, tell us about the motor, go.
So it's a Screaming Eagle 131 package. We've bolted it on the top end, so it's not the crate motor. We've just built that as a 131, put a different cam that comes with the 131 kit to get it that top end power. Giving it a custom dyno tune and obviously the bells and whistles around the outside that you can see, but that's it in a nutshell without getting too deep into it.
So horsepower?
165-ish.
Yep. Torque?
About 155.
Okay. So this is quick.
That's quick.
Any advice for riding it?
Hold on.
Like, I'm not taking it for a test ride, I'm just taking it to work. This is a loan bike. So I'll just ride it to work and back, and then I'll pick mine up today because you guys are doing the 1,600k service on it. With the 1,600k service, what do you do? Sorry. This is the first service, 1,600k. So guess how many kilometers I've done on it?
1,600?
1,595. How cool is that?
Early.
How cool
we
is
like
that?
that.
Early. Should I go away and do another 5Ks?
Yeah,
on
you
it?
better do another 5Ks, otherwise, you know. So first service is a really important one. A lot of people think the first service is just an oil change. It's not. So we check all nuts, bolts, fasteners, all the cables. Everything does come a bit loose in the first 1,600Ks. That's why it's so important we do it that early. Everything wears in, everything beds in, so we check right over it, brakes. Make sure everything's doing what it should be. Obviously all 3 oil changes, get all the oils out from the running.
So what are the 3 oil changes?
So the primary oil, your gearbox oil, and then the engine oil.
So what's the primary? So I know this sounds stupid.
Primary oil is basically your clutch oil. You run a big primary chain and a compensator through the front and the clutch at the back. So basically your clutch oil.
Fuck. That's the bike I'm riding that just started up.
Check it front to back. Obviously if it's a spoked wheel bike, we go right over the spokes. Make sure everything's sitting where it should be after it's run in on that first 1,600 Ks. So very important service, first service.
And pretty much after that service, the bike's good to go. Then the next one's not due for 8,000 Ks.
8,000 Ks. Yep. So Harley's maintenance schedules every 8,000 Ks after that. So
or a year, roughly a year.
Or a year. They say 8,000 Ks. I like people to get it done every year because brake fluids and things like that still do deteriorate over time. Cables and that still need to be lubricated. Things still need to be lubricated over time. But the oils, they say they can last the 8,000 Ks.
All right. Listen to this thing. Say again?
Try and keep that thing moving so it gets hot real quick.
Does it? Okay.
Yep.
Can I ask you a question?
Yep.
What does the S... What does the word SE... What does that mean?
Screaming Eagle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I should have known that.
Oh, self-explanatory.
What do you think of the aesthetic... I know you work here, so you're going to be biased. What do you think of the aesthetic look of this bike?
I don't like the front end of it.
You don't like?
Nah, I reckon it looks dumb. From the front, I reckon it just looks like a bug and there's its fucking antlers, you know?
Well, I'm going to ride it, and as you know me, I'm going to give it an honest review.
We've changed their minds, didn't we?
What? I'm not taking that.
No, you take that.
No. I'm not taking that, Cole.
Put this away.
But it's a beast.
No, bullshit. I want to ride that, Cole. So what's this?
So this is the checklist that the boys go through. It's about half of what's done on the service, but that's half of the checklists for the services that we do.
Yep.
So
do you guys actually do this?
Yeah, of course.
Because
everyone. This is what a customer gets back. So this goes to the customer after it's done with either green, yellow, or red flagged. Green means good. Yellow means it'll make it to the next service, and red means it needs to be done now.
So I'm going to speak on behalf of a lot of Harley owners. They think that it comes in, you guys look at it, you wipe the seat over, you change the oil probably, and that's it, nothing else.
Yeah,
but
that's right.
Are you saying that's bullshit?
People don't understand. We tell them it's a 3-hour service and they go 3 hours. Why does it take 3 hours? But this is why. It's front to back. It's a major check over. It's a full running safety check of the bike.
Yep.
And then obviously all the mechanical adjustments that we need to do. So it's not just kick the tyres and change the oils like everybody thinks it is. That's why they all think they can do it at home, but they can't. It's a full front to back going over.
Yeah. And will you put the $2,000 in my account for you saying all that?
Yes. All right. So this is the the point where we ask you, is there anything that you think that needs to be done? Is it all running right? Is there anything any concerns you have with it?
The only thing wrong with it is this thing on the other side that broke.
Yeah, we've got that on order.
You've got that on order?
I'll check. I don't think it's here
And
yet.
Colin did that actually by over tightening it.
There you go.
But apart from that, the bike is running. Mate, I can't fault it. It's running perfect.
Beautiful.
So just so it's clear, I've driven down to Geelong to work. I bought the Harley Davidson here. The guys are doing the first service on it, which is an essential service. It needs to be serviced. In lieu of that, they're giving me a loan bike to ride for the day, and tonight I'll come and pick it up, and I'll pick my bike up, and then I'll drive back home. I just want to make that clear. They're just going to check a few things on the bike before they lend it to me as a loan bike. It's an extremely powerful bike. They just want to make sure that everything's spot on. It's like a pit crew. Does this thing have a stereo? Huh?
Yeah, comes with a stereo. That's set up on the wall there. We just haven't fitted it yet.
Oh, so this stereo, so that's stereo, and where will you bolt that to?
Back of your head.
So the guys are saying the tyres need to be seriously warmed up, so I'm going to be riding this thing very, very carefully. I'm not joking. This is a serious bike.
For a Harley it is, eh?
For a Harley it is. For a Harley it is. Okay, it's not a GSX R1100. It's a Harley Davidson, but it's been seriously worked. So just give me a call when my bike's ready, yeah? So I just want to start it up myself. Is that all right? Yeah, thanks. All right. Thanks, Cole. I'll look after it, guys. I appreciate it. That's a Lowrider S. Oh my God, it's light. I'm a bit nervous. I'm seriously nervous. Just touching the throttle, you can just... The sound is incredible. Holy shit. We have a problem. Cole's gonna kill me. Look at this. Shit. Fuck, I've melted my shoe all over the exhaust. Sorry guys. Obviously the exhaust gets hot. I'm sure, I don't know why I'm laughing. I'm sure Dave the detailer will be able to fix that. Sorry about that. fast bike, I'm not just saying that. It's scary, it's fun, holy shit. But I feel really bad that I've melted my shoe on the exhaust, so Cole's gonna kill me. You get no traction, but I'll give it a go. Here we go. Okay. Fucking alarm. This thing is terrifying. It's so much fun though. I didn't break the law, I just I took it up to 100 k's an hour. And yeah, very, very quick. Very quick. One of the fastest Harleys in Australia.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Nearly 400 brake horsepower. Yeah. No, thanks for stopping. Yeah. So I've just arrived at work, got a couple of management meetings to run and end of month stuff to do. So sort of say a couple of things about the bike. The seat, you need that seat, it stops you from being ripped off. And I'm just gonna say it, I've ridden a lot of Harley Davidsons. This is by far the most sportiest Harley I've ever ridden, and by far the most powerful Harley I've ever ridden, and by far the most terrifying Harley Davidson I've ever ridden, and almost the most funnest Harley I've ever ridden. Let's go to work. Hey?
Did you pass me on the road?
Yeah.
Where
I just gave me a lane bike. My bike's getting serviced today, so. Shit, I don't have a mask on. Hang on. Bye, cowboy. All right, I've just got to run a meeting and then I will be back. Take the bike back, pick up my CVO. One question, answer it seriously.
Yeah.
Am I the wind beneath your wings?
No.
How bad is it?
Yeah, Colin. So I haven't listen, don't panic, right? Everything's good. There is something bad that happened, but it's not real bad. So I'm taking the bike back, it's raining, so not only have I wrecked the exhaust, they're gonna have to give it a full detail, but this is one mental bike. The king is back. I really appreciate you guys giving me this loan bike while you work on my bike. So the question is, what do I think of it? Is that what you want to know? Is that what you want to know? Yeah, I know. I've stuffed the exhaust, so I'm sorry. Hey, I know.
It's like a $2,000 exhaust, don't you?
I know. Well, have a look at my shoe.
I don't care about your shoes. Dude,
No, well, I want to know.
exhaust.
Hey?
It's $2,000 exhaust.
If you buy a new exhaust for it, we'll pay for your shoes.
It's a 50-cent fucking shoe and a fucking $2,000.
No, I want to know, are you going to buy me a new Doc Martin?
If you buy a new exhaust, yeah.
Holy
So
hell.
I'm
So you not only did it once, after it
Yeah,
started
I know.
to stink, you put your foot back there.
Accidentally, I know.
So you not only did it at least twice, you did it for quite a long
No,
period
but
of
I've
time.
noticed when it cools off, it just sort of peels off. It's not permanently damaged.
You need to go and suck up to Dave and see if he'll clean that for you.
Okay, what do I think about the bike? John, honest thoughts?
Honest.
No bullshit thoughts?
100%,
The
mate.
truth. All right, I'm going to critique it, all right? Because I know a fair bit about engineering. Hand on heart, it's the fastest Harley. So let's be clear. This is not a sports bike, and I loved what Colin said before. We're not talking sports bike. We're not comparing that. But in regards to Harley Davidsons, this is the fastest Harley Davidson I have ridden, and this blows a V-Rod apart, okay? It was awesome. It was ridiculously off the chain. But you know what the biggest thing I noticed about it?
What?
This fairing, as ugly as it looks, and I'm being honest, Colin, have you ridden this? No. Okay, the fairing is incredible. It makes a huge difference. There's absolutely no wind resistance at all. You can actually sit back and cruise with zero wind resistance. And really, it pulls hard. Now, this seat needs to be on it because you can flip this in first or second, no problem. I've never felt it. I could actually rip. It is so touchy. Now, when I rode that FXDR, there's a vlog on that FXDR that I rode, which is one of the fastest ones in the country. This leaves it for dead. And the reason why this is quicker is because this is lighter, isn't it?
Yeah. And it's also got different wheels and stuff. It's got a big fat rear wheel and it's got a bigger motor and, you know.
Yeah, the 131.
131, yeah. 165 horse.
Yeah, yeah. And the sound
It's awesome.
is off. What's the exhaust? It's the
It's a TBR 2-in-1 Comp S.
what does TBR stand for?
Two Brothers Racing.
Yeah, and they're known as the best exhaust, do you think?
Oh, they're pretty good. They're up
They're up
there.
there, yeah.
They're up there for sure. It's better than
So-
seeing big rads.
Now this button here, I was playing with this button. I don't know what it does, but I just thought if it's a button, just play with it. What does that do?
That's your shock preload adjuster.
What does that mean?
So you can either wind on the preload and make the shock stiffer, or you can back it off to make it
Yeah.
more soft.
All right, so dumb it down one more time.
You turn it one way and it goes hard. You turn it the other way and it goes soft.
So what does that exactly mean? Could you draw a picture? I felt like I was on a race bike. The handling is so. I know Jacob built this. Well, Jacob didn't build it, but it was his idea, wasn't it? Can I just say this? He's nailed it for handling. And not that I threw it around corners because I could only ride it from here to work because it was just a loan bike.
Yeah,
Of course. But when I rode it from here
You
to
can
work,
also tell you didn't get it that far over as well.
can you really?
Yeah, it's chicken lines, mate.
Yeah, there's not many. Yeah, I don't ride bikes. Honestly, I don't ride them hard. I don't. That's why I've hopefully not been in an accident or killed myself because I don't push the envelope too hard.
Don't know your limits till you find them.
Oh, that's a great philosophy, Stiffy. Oh, have you? You've crashed a few, have you?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Why?
Crushed me, eh?
Hey?
Because I was finding my limits.
Yeah. Well, can I make a suggestion?
Make a suggestion.
Come down here. Come down. Come back where the temperature's
I'll
lower.
warm myself down.
Wind yourself down. You can wind yourself back up.
There you go.
So my suggestion to you is you don't have to find your limits on a motorbike. Okay? Some people that find their limits end up dead. All right?
Oh, well, then you can't find your limit again, can you?
The trick to riding a motorbike is ride within your limits and don't find the limits. It's one engineer to another.
Sounds like you're gonna have a very boring time then, Dan.
Do I look like I've had a boring time on motorbikes?
I'm just happy you're back in one piece.
I'm sorry
and
about
the bike's not scratched.
No, the bike's not scratched, but I did have an accident with mine. I actually think you'll sell this, but can I just say this? They're going to have to ride it. This is my honest opinion, Cole. And I'm going to leave this in the vlog because I just want to be honest. They're going to have to ride it to know how good it is. And I think the fact that you took the bags off it helps it.
Yeah.
But I think you should leave that as an option. How's me giving these guys advice? They're having a go at me about the fact that they think I'm a dumb rider because I did this. What I'm saying is I think that's a bit too close and it needs a heat shield on it because those pipes are glowing red. And they don't believe me.
No way knowing they were glowing.
They were glowing red, Cole.
That had to have been sitting straight on the exhaust to do
No, they were glowing red, dude. This is, seriously, it needs a heat shield on it. Something like from NASA. Cole's offered to fix my shoe up because it doesn't look very cool, so he's going to help me out. I love these guys. They're always so accommodating. What does that do? Oh, you painted it. How good's that? They finished my service, 1600k service. You finished the 1600k service, no bullshit. Did you just change the oil and that's it?
No,
Or
mate, we go right through it.
Did you actually do something?
Have a look, right here. This is your checklist. So yeah, tread depths, front and rear pads.
How's it all looking?
Oh mate, they're all green ticks. That's all you want to see.
Does it need an upgrade?
Yeah, everything needs an upgrade.
Do you think I should put a bigger motor in it?
Yeah, why not?
I was thinking about putting in the 131 crate.
Yeah, the one that we just done for you.
Yeah, all right, we'll put that in.